And start recording. And we're live.
So then I said Mercer Ray doesn't know the difference between a D12 and a D10, am I right? Anyways, let's get going. The recap.
Perfect.
Would anyone like to provide it, or can I? I can roll a dice, or I'll do it. Is anyone eager, foaming at the mouth to get some D&D content in?
I think you can do it.
I know I can do it. I was just offering the floor to anyone else. So, last week, we had quite a few things happen. You guys finally made it to the village of Barovia. Whenever you're into Tailspire, I'll bring you guys over to like the main map. Oh, you are there.
I'm loading in right now.
So yep. I'll load you guys over to the campaign board just to kind of see like the full land of Barovia that you guys were in. Fetch all players. You guys made it in. You started to wander around, and it was. Give me each person. Give me an adjective to describe the village of Barovia in your mind, kind of like what you took away from it. Randy.
Gray.
Gray.
Yep.
Absolutely correct. Gray. Color, mood, everything. Missy. Gothic, yep. So very gothic architecture. Kevin?
I'm gonna go with barren, kind of like lacking people and life in general.
Yeah, good, for sure. Do you have an adjective to describe Barovia? Just one that you took away. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like exact. It's just like I want to know what you guys like your ideas of where you are right now. But yeah, dark is absolutely correct. Like the blackest of coffees. Alex?
Oh gosh, I gotta think of an adjective.
No, you're good. I mean, I'm just trying to like make sure that you guys kind of understand the tone, right? So it's
reminds me of like later on Harry Potter.
Yeah, for sure,
Harry
right?
Potter.
Like those
How the
definitely.
WB logo
Yeah,
kept
for
getting
sure.
darker and darker.
Like once the series started getting darker and darker, and if you've played like Hogwarts Legacy, even like the older buildings, right? Because it's more like 1800s ish, and just everything's run down. Right. Yeah. So this town has been kind of almost this land of Barovia has been almost frozen in time ever since anyone can remember. For hundreds of years, right? And you guys, upon arriving, you met Granny, right? Tell me about Granny.
She had the most delicious meat pies.
You're goddamn right she did. The best of meat pies, right? So, and she guys offered you guys samples for being weary travelers coming into Barovia for the first time. She was a kind, friendly face, and you guys kind of started chatting with her about why she passes out and sells the pies in town, and a big one that she said was just to kind of spread some happiness in this like dark, awful world that everyone's living in. And she went on to kind of say, in other words, like, this is what people know because it has been like this for so long. Everybody that you see, most everybody that you see, has never seen a world outside of the mists. And so she wants to kind of spark some sort of joy in the lives of the Barovians, and that's why every so often she's selling her pies in the village of Barovia. Excellent, and I think Sal fucking loved the pies, right?
Oh yeah, they were absolutely like the best thing I've ever eaten in my life out of this universe.
Absolutely. Yep. So I mean, she went on and continued her route. She agreed to make a goodberry pie for Dunkel, to which he followed her to the home or a home in Barovia, and watched her bake a pie and hand him said pie. Now, Randy, how many berries did I have you make again? Was it 70, I believe?
Yeah.
Yes.
70? All right, so do you have maybe Missy can write this down, or if you have a pen and paper to kind of write the mechanics of this pie that you currently have.
Hang on 1 minute, let me
Missy's
get a
got
post-it
it.
note for Randy's stuff.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
Randy, you had a good day today?
I did have a good day today.
All right.
Glad.
Dunkel's
Dunkel's pie. So how many slices of pie would you say is in an average pie? Like 12 or 8?
I think that you're the expert on this subject
you
matter.
like pies.
The correct answer is 8. Anyways, so we're gonna say that there are 8 charges or 8 consumptions for this pie, 8 portions. Each portion is going to be.
And actually, you had me make a slightly smaller one because I could only come up with 60 berries.
That is true. Okay, that's fine. So how about this? Excellent. That's totally fine. So the mechanics are, so there's going to be 8 portions still, and each it takes a full action to consume a piece of pie.
Okay.
And upon eating the pie, the user receives, or the person who eats it gets 3d4 plus 4 hit points.
Dang.
Oh yeah.
Because I think a regular healing potion's 2d4 plus 4, right?
Yeah.
So cool. So basically 8 pieces of pie that will give you 3d4 plus 4, and you don't have to worry about the berries going away after 24 hours. Granny baked these with a little extra love for you, so that they should be
How long
fine.
is my pie good for?
How long is your pie good for? Let's see. The average pie is probably good for, I would say, 7 days. Maybe, does that seem fair?
As long as you're willing to eat it.
That is
all
also
I'm looking
true.
for.
That is also true. Okay. That's the mechanics of the goodberry pie. And so Dunkel, 2 hands holding this pie. As a gnome, it's pretty big in your arms, and she gives you a smile and says, "Well, I'm off. I'm gonna
Is that what we like up here?
head out and maybe hit the town a little bit and see what's going on around in Barovia. Huh? I assume you're off to meet your friends?"
Yes. Thanks for making the pie.
"Yes, wonderful, dearie. Again, it's really no problem. I love helping people out. And with that, I bid you adieu." And you see she's got like this little walker cane, and she just, as slow as molasses, makes her way down the street. And I believe you are going to. What did you say you were going to do? If you want to.
Yeah, I cast Wild Shape, and I turn into a spider as soon as I see that she's turned around.
Excellent. And she, you pop into a spider, and you do not see her turn around at all. She just continues on her way, or her merry little way.
I try to crawl into her house.
Excellent. And you absolutely find some sort of crack to get in, and you are now in this house, probably down. Where's Dunkel? Here he is. See Dunkel. So you're probably in this like reddish house here.
Okay.
If you're able to see it on any kind of screen at all, and you are in. What do you do?
What room am I in?
So you're in like just the the door opens up into the kitchen. So really, like the time you sat there watching the pie be made, which I believe was what, an hour and 45 minutes we Googled. You really only kind of sat in the kitchen watching her bake at like a stool. It's kind of like one of those kitchens with the dining room kind of in it as well. Very small, very tiny. You can tell like the space is trying to be utilized as best as possible.
I pop back into Dunkel form.
Okay.
And I start going through the baking, like the cooking ingredients, and I look for like anything that doesn't look.
Look normal.
Yeah.
Sure. Make an investigation check.
Okay. Dirty 20.
Cool. You find flour, sugar, the typical pie baking ingredients, and it's strange though. There's really no ingredients other than pie ingredients. Like if you notice, like if somebody would have been like making other food here, that's not the case. Like a typical kitchen would have, like you look through their fridge and stuff, there's no like meals or anything. It's quite literally just like whatever you use for pie, right? Like so egg, sugar, flour, salt, butter. That's it. Another strange thing that you notice too is, do you remember what type of pies she typically sells?
Apple.
No. She sells meat pies.
Meat pies.
Meat pies, right?
Right.
She said that her he said right. her her special ingredients were right. So it was like she said flour, butter, protein, and just a little bit of love. And you guys were like, "Oh, what kind of meat do you sell?" Right? And she was just like, "Well, there's lots of animals in Barovia: pig, goat, chicken, wolf, anything like that." To which you then were like, "Oh, what about good berries?" You don't see any meat. There's no pig, there's no goat, there's no chicken, there's no wolf. It's very strange for somebody to be baking meat pies. There's not quite enough ingredients to be making said meat pies.
Okay. I run to the next room and I investigate the room.
Cool. You're looking for what?
I'm looking for any sign of an animal or anything that would be like off in the room. I guess that would. I'm very suspicious of this old lady.
I know you are.
20 on insight on her.
Yeah. I know Randy's definitely suspicious. So let's do you want to carry on this like dirty 20? Because like if you want to take your time and look, we can just assume you're looking very thoroughly. You're not rushed by any means, are you?
No, I'm not rushed.
Okay. Let's keep that dirty 20 going. You don't so it's like one room almost in the whole bottom story of this house. So well, two, right? So kitchen / dining room, and then like another small living room. Imagine a very small, old, like shitty house, right? So there's no signs of living in this house. There's a recliner, but it's old, not quite moldy, but musty, cobwebs all over it, dirt, unkept. You do see like some scratch marks like through the couch that have kind of ripped it open, and like some tufts of cotton are kind of coming out.
I try to go in the couch.
Go in the couch, like
I like rip it open, yeah, and I.
yeah,
like,
okay. So you rip it open, and you don't see anything in there. It's just quite literally just like an animal or something had kind of scratched open the furniture.
Okay. Is there an upstairs?
Yeah, there's a staircase going upstairs, but that's it, right? So just 2 rooms and then stairs going upstairs.
Yeah, I go upstairs.
Okay. You make your way upstairs. Go ahead and make me a perception check on the staircase.
19.
19. As you approach the staircase, you hear a rustle upstairs. Something moving around. You hear like some moaning, like and like some scratching, like up against like the floor and the walls.
Okay. I use my other charge of wild shape, and I go back into spider form.
Okay.
And I crawl like up the wall and onto the ceiling.
Okay.
And then towards where I hear that.
Excellent. You make your way up the stairs on the ceiling, and you make it up. It's a tiny, tiny little hallway. One small bathroom that you can see, like, because the door is ajar, and then like one, you would assume a bedroom up there, but the door is shut, and that is where you hear the source of this rustle, like, going on.
Okay. I climb like down the door, and then under like the lip of it,
Mhm.
and then I try to climb like
Staying on the door, going back up.
yeah, and I don't try to perceive anything. Like I just want to like go as fast as a spider can go, like down and then up, and then once I'm like up on the ceiling of wherever I'm going is
Yeah, make a stealth check with advantage.
Okay. Oh, as a spider, right?
Use your spider stack. So go to like the extra page.
Yep. All right. So 19.
Good, because I rolled a 19, but I think I have a minus perception. Yep, got a 17. You make your way to the ceiling, unnoticed. You kind of like you hear like, and you like you can see there is a zombie, kind of moaning and putzing around up here. Looks very similar to one of the zombies that you met on the road that was more vampiric than usual. As you scurry your way up to the ceiling, you see it kind of stop, turn its head, stare in your direction, but like nothing's registering, and it just turns its head back to kind of pacing around in this room and doesn't notice you.
I look to see if it has a wedding ring on.
Make a perception check.
13.
There is not a wedding ring on any of the hands.
Okay. Is it like tied up or anything, or is it free roaming?
It's free roaming.
Okay. And is it like? I know that zombies are like naturally decaying.
Mhm.
Can I tell if there's been like any of it like removed? Like
Body parts or any pieces of it, or
yeah, like is it as intact as like a unchopped up zombie would be, or if that makes sense?
yeah, no, that makes tons of sense. Go make another perception check.
Nat 20 plus 6.
Awesome. You see that it's actually missing one leg. It's just hobbling around on one leg, and you see a leg laying on the ground, kind of like inchworming around, moving. Very
Okay.
similar to what happened when on the road when you knocked off one of the legs of the zombies, and it was still kind of hobbling around on one leg while the other moved freely.
Okay. Do I notice anything else in the room?
With the nat 20, yeah, you see up on the wall there is a rather large, ornate, like tapestry or quilt, kind of like up on display, like somebody made it not for the purpose of sleeping, but specifically art, and it has a big old windmill on it.
Okay. I wait for the zombie to be at like the farthest point away from the door, like on its like pacing like route, and then I book it to then like go down the
To
door
dip out.
and then up. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. So you ever see like on the sleep screen on a computer where it's bouncing back and forth, boom,
Yep.
boom, and that's what it's kind of doing, boom, 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 and it gets to the corner, and you dip out unnoticed.
Okay. I go back downstairs and I inspect the couch. I want to look at like the scratches on the couch, and I want to see if I can perceive if like the scratches are from like a small cat or like a larger animal, I guess.
Survival check.
Nine.
Looks bigger than a cat. Looks smaller than a bear.
Okay.
Be right back, guys.
Okay.
It's poop time.
It is poop time.
We're not even in combat yet.
Combat.
What was that?
Just like I opened Instagram onto Reels.
I crawl out of the house.
Mhm.
And I turn back into Dunkel. Well, I crawl out of the house and I like look around to see if the old lady's like in sight.
Perception check.
Nat 1.
You do not see her.
I turn it into Dunkel.
Okay. You are Dunkel again. And by now it's starting to get a little darker, probably like 7:30ish. Sun's starting to go down. Well, the sun doesn't peek through, but what would be the sun kind of trying to make its way through the clouds, you can see it going through or going down, getting darker than usual. Some street lamps are kind of on.
I run down the stairs, and do I know where the party is from here, or like where we?
You
I forget,
don't
like,
know. So yeah, I remember. So when you separated, you knew that they were heading to the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
Yeah.
You are not aware currently that they have now left said Blood of the Vine Tavern and are making their way to the Burgomaster's mansion.
I know like the orientation, like what direction that is.
You know which way the Blood of the Vine Tavern is based on where Granny was kind of pointing earlier to the rest of the party to try to find somewhere.
Okay.
Make another. Actually, no other checks. You do see like a couple townsfolk walking around that you could certainly like approach and ask if you would like.
I run up to them and I say, "Have you seen my party? I've lost them. I need to find them."
The two of them who are kind of walking together, it's a man and a woman, and they turn to you and their eyes look very sunken in, tired, exhausted, very almost dead inside kind of look. And what party?
A bear! There's a bear, and there's a little person with the bear, and there's a black guy that looks like the elf from Community.
Ah,
There's
yes.
a woman in a dress, and there's Walren.
There has been talk of a bear.
Where? Where's the bear?
Last we saw, they were heading towards the burgomaster with, oh yes, I remember. It was Ismark they were walking with.
Point me. Where to go? Where do I go?
They turn, and where you at? They point northwest. Yeah, they point northwest. I believe. Let me just double check. Oh no, I'm sorry. They point southwest. They say, it looks like that is the direction you need to go.
I just start sprinting.
Have fun with Ismark the Lesser. Goodbye.
Okay, thanks.
Poor guy.
And they they continue on their weary, miserable, emotionless way as you head towards the burgomaster's mansion. You take. Let's see. Are you? I need to see the stream here real quick. I'm sorry. Just so I can see where you guys are. Okay. Do you see Dunkel's character?
No.
No? How about now?
Yes.
Okay. Dunkel, you make your way, like right up here is where you kind of saw the people. You start heading. I wonder if I can do this. Oh, you start heading your way. Making your way. Do, 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 do. And as you make your way over here, that is where you see these fools.
You scooch? Yep.
Boom, making their way, and you kind of meet them at the base of. They say it's a. They keep calling it the mansion. This is just a big house.
Okay. I see Dunkel come sprinting, like both hands in the air, like going nuts.
Very like animated, like cartoonish.
Like guys!
How do you say
Hello, Dunkel.
Oh, he's back.
You're gonna be sick, all of you that ate the pie. You're all fucked.
What?
Who ate it?
Hi.
Did you eat it?
What's wrong with the pie?
Who ate
What's
the
wrong?
pie?
What?
Can you-
I ate
can
the
you
pie.
tell us-
what's wrong?
What was wrong with the pie?
The lady. I went in her house.
Did you ask her?
Yes, you watched her bake a pie, the good berry pie, right?
Yes, and then we left, and then I went back, and she didn't know I went back, and I went in her kitchen, and she had flour and sugar and a zombie. You're all fucked. You're gonna be so sick.
How did we know we ate zombie?
What kind of pie did you eat?
Meat pie?
There's no meat in the house. None.
How do
What if
we know
somebody
she didn't
brings
use
her the
her last
meat?
animal?
It could be fresh meat.
Come back to
Is
the house. I'll show you. I think we need to find her.
Okay.
Ismark sees you guys like talking, and Dunkel, he's never met you yet, and he kind of leans forward. He goes, "Hello, young friend. My name is Ismark," and he holds out a hand.
Hello, I'm Dunkel Havenstash of the 72nd, but we don't have time for this.
Did
Who did-
Uncle actually say you're all fucked?
I understand the nature of your concern. However, I must inform you that I regret to admit a lot of these houses are abandoned, and these Strahd zombies seem to be taking up hold. This is why a lot of them you can see boarded up. We've identified them as houses that zombies are living in. We don't want them to get out to the public.
He can make zombies?
Strahd is the land. He can do whatever he wishes.
Dunkel, how do we know that Madam I can't remember her name.
Granny.
Madam Granny?
Yeah, if Granny didn't have maybe her dear husband zombified and still holds on strongly to that love of who that person used to be, just like you hold out for your wife to be.
I look at Sal and I say, is that in your book?
I'm writing it down as we go.
I checked to see if the zombie was married. He wasn't even wearing a ring. I don't think it's her husband.
Could it be your son?
Ismark looks at you, Dunkel, and says, "You said you went to Granny's house?"
Yes.
He kind of like squints his eyes and says, "Granny does not live here in the village of Barovia. I do not know what house she took you to, but surely it cannot be hers. Granny runs the old mill up by Valakai."
She doesn't sell pies.
Well, she does. She makes the pies at the mill. So if she took you into a home here in the village of Barovia, then I do apologize on her behalf, but that was not her home. She must have taken you into an abandoned home filled with one of these Strahd zombies.
She took me into a house
Was it boarded up?
full of pie baking ingredients. Just like a satellite pie shop.
Oh, maybe like a pop-up? What do they call it? Oh, like a ghost kitchen? Yeah, like ghost kitchen. That's what it.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Beast Burger.
Yeah.
You're
Big
in the-
Sue right now.
Pardon my cheesesteak.
Huh?
I like back up and like point at Ismark and I say like, you have something to do with this. Why are you defending this? This is absurd.
I assure you, I have nothing to do with this. All I know is Granny does not live here. She runs the old mill, the old windmill up by Valakai.
Why?
Maybe, do we go to see that Granny then?
No.
You can make an insight check on Ismark if you'd like.
$14.
Ismark seems to be as honest can be.
But help me
Ismark.
understand why she's making pies at this house.
Well, why don't we
Cannot-
go to the mill and ask her?
I told you we need to find her and take her back to this house.
Well, he just said that she's at the mill.
I
Perhaps.
do apologize. I'm not much more help, but I do not know why she took you to this home.
Perhaps you
all
should
I know is
identify
that
the
she-
homeowner.
She comes through every few days with pies and sells them to the village, and they're more than happy to pay. They love the pies.
They're
They
fools.
were
All
absolutely
of them.
delicious.
They love the pies, but everyone here is like a zombie, right?
How long has it been since we've eaten the pies?
It has probably been like 3 hours.
And how long does zombification take?
I've got mine left that I didn't eat. Can
You didn't
anyone,
eat it?
No, I didn't eat it. Can anyone like tell if this has any magic to it or anything?
Nope.
Eddie, you didn't eat the
They're all
pie?
useless. No, I didn't eat it.
Who did?
Everyone else.
All of you?
I ate the pie.
I also ate the pie.
I ate the pie and it was absolutely delicious. So I have a mild bias.
I pie to Ollie, and then those two guys, those three girls in the bar made me really mad, and then I forgot about it. So I've got 2 slices of this pie. If anyone can identify it.
I walk up to Sal and I place my hand on his shoulder and I say, "Just give me a minute, just in case." And I cast Lesser Restoration.
Cool. What does that do?
I touch a creature and I can either end a disease or a condition.
Very interesting.
I don't know if it does anything, but I cast it on you.
Do I feel
Cool.
better, Taylor?
You don't feel bad in the first place, so
But I don't feel better.
no.
Okay. Why, thank you, Dunkel. Jots down furiously.
Hey, the pie. I don't have anything that could help me, but at least I know what I'm looking for now. I want to see if there's any zombie in it.
All right, take it.
I like pick off the crust and I like try to inspect it.
Can I also take a gander?
Yeah, it looks like pie crust.
And I cast guidance.
Okay. What are you rolling?
Well, I'd like to investigate the pie. I want to see
Sure.
if I can like recognize like the zombie flesh that I just saw. Like, in the
Gotcha.
pie.
Yeah, you can investigate.
$14.
You do not see anything that looks like zombie flesh in this pie.
Okay. I don't know. I can't tell. But still, what's she doing in a house full of baking ingredients and a zombie?
Is there anything else you saw in the house?
Yeah, she had a blanket with a windmill. And she had a couch that was all torn up.
Well, they said that she bakes out of the mill. The wind.
He didn't say she bakes out of it. He said she runs the windmill.
Yeah,
Runs the windmill.
yes, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
sorry.
she bakes-
If you misunderstood me, she does. That's where she runs her pie operation, where she sells. What she does is she goes there and bakes her pies, I think, and she just comes around every few days and sells them and leaves.
Ismark, would you be able to tell us if someone lived in a house? Perhaps Dunkel could show us the house that she took him to.
Yeah, sure. If that's what you guys would like to do right now, it is getting a little dark, but I'd be more than happy to help.
I think it's of the utmost importance.
Let's go.
This dude's like, I just want to go to bed.
I would back to the house.
No, you guys. I mean, go ahead and make an insight check on Ismark. Anyone can.
Nat 20 plus 4.
Sure.
My gosh.
Okay. Anyone else?
Is that number 2, Randy?
Yeah, dude, I'm killing
Yeah.
it.
It's about time.
Last week.
Let's
about
get into
time.
combat right now with Strahd.
Yeah, please, right now. Skip to
We
the end.
die immediately, but that's all right.
Not with Randy's nat 20s. Come on now.
Anyone else roll well?
I rolled a 3.
Oh, are we all rolling?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, this is open for everybody.
Insight?
Sorry if I didn't. Yeah. My bad if I didn't specify that.
17.
17. Cool.
He said, one moment. This is Nat 20 is about to get explained. Taylor, there's a one shot you can claim on D&D Beyond right now that's free. It just like popped up on my thing earlier and I got it.
Oh yeah. Which one is it?
I have no idea, but it's for like really high level. I think like level 16 or something.
Oh, I think I saw that one. Yeah, I'll go.
I mean,
Well, let's do that.
Why am I not signed in? What the heck? Oh, there we go. Okay. What do I do? Subscribe? Would it be under the subscribe button?
I don't know.
Can everybody look at Kevin's screen, please?
Sure.
Green. Oh, okay, we're good. Guys, we can proceed with what we're talking about.
Great.
Okay.
Love it. All right.
Kevin, that's so brave.
Why won't it let me
That's
claim?
so brave.
Anyways, yeah, they pop out some some free ones every now and then. A lot of times they're like associated with new content coming out. So like when Adventures of the Golden Keep came out, or like there was like a spy mission book with like 20 different adventures for like heists. They like released one of them for free. It was pretty cool.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, we're green. Anyone else? Anyone else need to share a color? Cool. Yeah. So
we got Uno cards somewhere, right?
perfect. This was so this check prompted when you saw kind of like Ismark running to assist, or yeah, you said like, oh, he just wants to go to bed. No, like Ismark, like with that 920, you see like Ismark has a sense of like pride and like belonging in his eyes and his face. Like you can sense that he really feels like he's doing good and important. He wants to be helpful. He wants to be something that people need. He doesn't want to be disposable. You know what I mean?
Supposed to be that guy.
Yeah, he wants to be the guy, right? And he's he just explained to you guys that he is the brand new burgomaster as of a few days ago. And that sense of what's my role now is kind of he's toiling with that. So he's more than happy to come and help you guys out with whatever you guys need right now. So
really nice. Why did I call you the lesser?
Who said? Oh, that's just a dumb nickname everyone gives me, but it's fine.
How did you get it?
Well, I lived in the shadow of my father most of my life. So my father, who was the guy. He was the man. He was him, and
Okay.
I am not him.
He was
Now I am him, I guess.
That's interesting. I'm from the Great Dale. In the Great Dale,
Oh.
my nicknames go away.
Wonderful. We both have such unique nicknames. I think we're gonna get along.
All right, let's go.
All right, go away. Here we go. And he starts running with you towards the house that you're leading him to.
I like to imagine that they're skipping.
They can be. I wasn't imagining that, but cool. You guys make your way to the house. All right. This is the one.
Should I actually go back to the red house?
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
if that's what we're doing.
Eddie, break the door.
Want me to break in?
Oh no.
Yes.
For what?
There's a zombie we have to kill.
Oops.
Well, Ismark kind of points a finger up. He goes, "Well, we don't have to. There's a lot of them around. If I'm going to be honest with you, it's kind of an issue we've been dealing with lately. There's, it seems like we kill one and more are replaced by it. Strahd definitely seems to have his grip on this village and seems to have it gripped tightly."
Ismark the Lesser, is this where Granny lives?
No, this is indeed one of the abandoned homes, so I thought. Like I said, I do believe Granny lives at the old mill, so
Let's
I'm
go
not-
in.
Oh, sure, you lead the way.
All right. It's getting dark. Are you sure we should be going in there right now?
Yeah, if we
What
kill
if
the
she's
zombie, we
home?
can stay here. She
Well,
doesn't
I have a mansion.
live here.
I was, explaining to your friends here, before we left, I was kind of hoping that you guys might be able to help my sister. Um, she is not well. But
Sure. As soon as we figure out if these pies are gonna make everyone sick.
I don't. Sure, I'll help. But I do want to add my 2 cents that people around here have been eating the pies for as long as I can remember, and no one's throwing up.
They're all zombies.
Yeah, no one's throwing up, but they're all like real dead semen people. Like, have
Oh.
you eaten the pies yourself?
Well, I have not eaten the pies.
Okay, but
However, well,
and everyone else here seems like they've been dead for a while, or like in a trance.
that could be Strahd's doing. There is a tall tale. I don't know how true this is. Again, this is my life. I don't know any different. It is said that some individuals in Barovia live without a soul. When trying to remember how the story went, as my nanny told me at night, which, now that I think about it, is quite an awful bedtime story. It is said that when a being with a soul dies in Barovia, that soul remains trapped here until it is reincarnated in a newborn. It can take decades for a bodiless soul to find a host, and it is said that many bodies are merely shells, a soulless shell, if you will, and that's what I've always thought of. If anyone's not making eye contact with me, I look myself in the mirror and I say, Ismark, you're great. You are it. You are doing fine. They just don't have a soul. That's got to be it, right? So I've kind of just taken that story and kind of rolled with it, but it could just be a story.
Interesting. So it's reincarnation.
That could be a word for it. Yes, I believe so. But again, I mean, it could just be a story. That's why some folk around here experience nor fear, nor laughter, nor sadness, nor happiness.
So how do we figure out the pie situation?
Did the original girl that we saw talking with Granny buy a pie?
She did. She did.
We could see if she's turned into a zombie
Or
from eating the pie.
we could go to the mill.
We're at the house. We've all agreed. Nobody cares about this house. Ismark says it's abandoned and the granny doesn't live here.
Right, but you said that you saw a portrait of a windmill in there, and she works at the windmill, so I think that this really is her home. I can't read that.
It says bodies without soul is red.
And zombies equal bodies with no soul, which is also red.
Also
Kevin,
red.
I'm sorry. That was ignorant of me to continue without asking first.
No, it's fine. I'm just mildly violated.
And I'm glad that you're starting to respect my friend Kevin more.
I can't wait for us to get to Strahd and then me pull out the red card and say it's not okay in my game.
This is too much.
Ismark looks at all of you and says, listen, Barovia is, from what I've been told through stories, is unlike any land that you may come from. Adventurers every decade or so come through Barovia at Strahd's will. We are simply puppets in his life. It's not even a game to him. He just likes to toil and play with us. anything could happen. Soulless shells, Strahd zombies, werewolves. This is all his doing. Strahd is ancient. Strahd is the land. Strahd is Barovia. And I I don't mean to come off as rude. However, many of these unnatural things that you will experience here in Barovia are Strahd's doing. Um, Strahd is, and he kind of says it a little quieter, Strahd is the enemy here. And I do want to warn you, please be careful. He has eyes everywhere. His spies are all around us. His spies could be the trees, they could be the birds, they could be they could be me, I guess. I assure you, I am not a spy. However, I just want to warn you. Please be careful who you talk to and who you're speaking with. You know, be a good judge of character. That's all I'll say.
So, by what you've said, if one of us were to die, then our souls will be trapped in Barovia?
Quite a bit of incentive to not die, am I right? No afterlife for you, I'm afraid. That is the grip and the grasp that Strahd has here.
What you're saying is there's a baby Korag, like, hanging around here somewhere.
Who is Korag?
One of our friends, he just...
Who is Korag?
He, you know, there was a big guy we were traveling with, and he died, but it was here, so he's gonna be a baby soon. It's gonna be great.
I don't know if "soon's" the right word. The tale says it could be many years, decades even.
Eventually.
Sure, yeah.
This is the shield.
If the story's true.
All right. Well, I don't think that we should go fight a zombie right now, but
I mean,
if everyone else thinks that that's what we should do,
we certainly can. I will say we've put together a militia of sorts at times, if you will, to try to eradicate the zombies, and like I said, more just seem to come in their place. So honestly, we've been trying to contain the problem rather than fix it, which is why we're boarding up houses and windows and such. But again, you
do
guys
you like the problem eradicated? Because if we can get a good night's rest, I feel like we could start to work on that problem for you.
Yeah, certainly. I would absolutely never say no to less zombies here in Barovia. One second, I want to go ahead. You can talk. I just want to roll a dice real quick on my end.
How many people, in comparison to zombies, would you say are in this town?
Perfect. That's what I was going to roll.
Mm-hmm.
1 second, sir. Let's see. I said that this is a town of how many people? So the village of Barovia is probably about we'll say like 250 residents. He looks at you and says, I would guess there are quite literally over 100 zombies trapped in the houses here in Barovia.
How many?
150.
Like I said, I would absolutely love for this problem to be eradicated. However, the 100 we spend weeks to kill may turn into 200 should Strahd wish it, should he say it so. It does feel quite bleak and meaningless to eradicate this problem. However, I sincerely appreciate the gesture and the good faith of it. I just
look at
don't want to
Hattie.
waste your time.
I look at Hattie and I say, that might be too many zombies for us.
Yeah, maybe a few.
It's certainly not going to be taken care of tonight.
Listen,
I'm very tired.
we can have a night's rest, but I think the pie situation still needs to be figured out. We need to find this old lady again.
Oh,
So
she's
perhaps-
Well, I mean, the mill is quite a ways away from here.
So let's do that tomorrow.
How long of a walk would you say?
Well, I do have a map of the land of Barovia back at my mansion. If you care to join me there, I can certainly try to point it out on a map for you.
Do you know where the windmill is?
I
pull
do.
out the map. I pull out the map we have.
Oh, we can do it right here. That's fine too. Sure. And he sits down crisscross applesauce in the middle of the street with you guys, and pulls out the map and goes, yes, looks like it is right here. And he points. Let me go ahead and show you. I'll pull you over to the other board here with the campaign map. It is a ways away. So let me pull you guys over to Barovia. Okay, so that is where. Zoom out as far as you can. You kind of. Well, not as far, but maybe make it a little taller, I guess, on the white. The white marker on the right. Okay, go left a little bit. I just want to try to see if there's a way we can get it all into the same. Okay.
Oh.
All the way over here. So start to go right, and then you'll see, like, in context from where that is.
Yeah, holy crap. Okay.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. There you are. So.
Oh, wow.
Very fun.
Long.
Yeah. So in that,
So she just wanted to bake
It's
your
over
pie.
here.
Yep, it's
like,
all the way
quick.
up there. I can pull out an exact, no, not exact, but I'll give you guys maybe a rough estimate of how long you guys think that might take.
Hey, look in the mailbox.
The mailbox?
Yeah, is there a mailbox?
Sure, you can look in the mailbox.
I'm gonna look in the mailbox.
Yeah. Go ahead and open it up.
I'm opening it.
What does it sound like? Okay, cool. Yeah, it definitely creaks open, and it is empty.
Yikes.
Other than some cobwebs and spiders. I think when I did because I knew you guys would ask this question, I did the math earlier today. It would be probably about, taking into account like rough terrain as well, potentially maybe like 3 days. Maybe like 2 days. Probably two full days of travel.
Yeah, on Wednesdays, do you just you like try to calculate what we'll do?
I do my best.
think
But I also.
you got 3.5 years.
When does it ever go to plan?
Do you guys want to know my process? I literally sit down and I think about what you guys might do. I plan for that, knowing full well that might not happen, and then I try to like be as ready as I can for any other possible thing that may happen.
That's
while
cool.
also just making things up a lot.
So I
I
look at it
respect that.
and I say, it would take me 3 days to walk there. I watched her leave this house. She moves at a snail's pace. She's not at the windmill. She's not there today. She won't be there tomorrow or the day after.
Ismark says, it is strange, now that you mention it. She does come, I would say every 2 to 3 days she comes around.
Perhaps that's why she has different houses that she bakes the pies in here.
None of you guys can tell if she's magic or not. Not even you. No, like, point to Ismark.
He's like,
Magical to me.
how would I know if she's magic?
Like, you don't got any special abilities, nothing?
Special
nothing.
abilities? I'm just a boy. Well, a man now, but you guys are the adventuring party, aren't you? What do you do?
I do nothing. I mean, like, I just know
Me too! That's my problem. I do nothing. Ismark the Lesser. Everyone reminds me every day.
I'm a were-camel.
Alright.
Are you really?
That this
Yes.
lady's just probably magic.
I would love to see a were-camel.
I'm gonna...
You're looking at one.
Can I, like, stick a note to the door? Because I don't want to break and enter. Or, like...
You don't want to do the old B&E?
Yeah. Hey, Granny. It's the girl from earlier.
Hey, Granny.
Are you
Okay.
magical? My friends think your pies are poison.
All right, and you stick that on the door?
Yeah, and I'll say,
Perfect.
"Hang with the bear."
Do you how do you stick it on there? Just like,
I spit.
you spit on the paper and slam it onto the... Perfect.
Ew.
Nasty, but I like it. All right, go for it. Boom, it's on the door.
Alright, I think that she'll, like, find me eventually. If she... Yeah, she'll reach out to us. It'll be fine.
I think she's going to know exactly who you're talking about.
I think so. I didn't eat her pie. I think
It's
I
true.
found it.
It's true.
You're all fine with this.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. She's not... Well, maybe she is undead, but we already dealt with them too, so...
My question is, even if I am turning into a zombie, what am I going to do about it now? Now that
Sal,
I've
do you feel
already eaten
okay?
the pie? I feel fine.
I'm gonna put my 2 samples of...
Val,
the
do you feel okay?
My note.
I feel fine.
I feel fine too. So I think there's nothing to worry about so far.
Okay.
We've got to watch this. I think it's going to come to life.
Alright, watch it.
Why do you think that there's a blanket with a windmill in there with the zombie?
Because she works at the windmill.
So she just brings tapestries around and puts them in
No,
abandoned
this is
houses?
clearly like one of her family's houses or something. Like, she used to live here, someone lives here. It's not that big of a deal.
So this is her cousin's house,
Yeah,
who's
probably.
dead, who she locked upstairs with her place of employment's tapestry, and she just keeps the downstairs full of sugar and flour.
Yeah, and she probably, like, imbues it with some sort of magic to make it smell really good and taste really good. Probably.
Maybe it's for her emergency pie baking. She's in Barovia.
She's like, and she also just wanted to make you a pie and not walk you back, like, 3 days to make your pie. So she had to, like, go somewhere to do that.
So she went to her cousin's house.
Yeah, maybe your cousin. Maybe your uncle, maybe your brother, we don't know.
I look to Dunkel and I say, "Are you going to eat your pie?"
No, he didn't get one because it wasn't made of meat. Or it was all made of meat. So he didn't get one.
Which pie are you referencing?
The Goodberry pie.
Oh, I say, oh, this pie.
Yeah, by the way, Dunkel's just been carrying a pie the whole time with both hands. Like, when he's running, he's holding the pie, like, over his head, like, to get momentum sprinting.
That's golden.
Don't you have a bag to put that pie in, Sal?
Here,
It's going to get everything messy, though.
don't let me be selfish. Here. And, like, with my hand, I, like, scoop out, like, slice amount.
Well, no. Wait a minute. You gotta make that pie out of those berries that make people, like, feel better.
Yeah.
We don't need that now.
Dunkel, your hand is just sticky and dripping with sugar and berries.
I was on this pie the whole time, so here, take a slice.
Well, no, we gotta save it.
Save it however you want. Here.
Everyone gets a slice.
You can have one.
I mean, I'll save it.
Okay.
Okay.
I hand Hattie a slice of good berry pie.
Hattie, your hand is now sticky and
Right.
covered in berries and pie filling.
I hate this so much.
All right. I hand one to Sal.
Uh,
Sal.
Ismark tries raising his hand. He doesn't want to like interrupt. He goes, "Oh, guys, I have plates. Again, my house. I have a house. There's plates. I even have forks. Fuck it, you know."
We're not
Sal
eating them.
looks at Dunkel's hand.
We need the plates to store them, so let's go. All right, let's go.
I say, please hold on to mine while we go get proper dishware.
Dunkel's both hands are just like
Our
covered
place
in
is
sticky
steep.
pie
I just
filling.
put
Like,
it back in the pie tin, like.
All right, so I've got enough good berry pie, and I'm walking with the party.
okay, so Missy, you can add a portion. You can have one
She gave it
charge,
back.
or you gave it back. So you have all of them. You have all 8 still.
I
All
lied.
right, wonderful.
I like my hands clean.
To get ahead of it, in case this ever comes up in combat, this is not going to be like a spend a bonus action to eat a piece of pie kind of thing for the full healing. Like you would have to use an action to do it in combat. It's kind of more meant for like an out of combat like healing thing, which is kind of the mechanic setup for it.
Okay.
But you can certainly shove a piece into your mouth with a full action in combat. Okay, you guys do.
We go to the house.
All right, Ismark, the monster. Where do we need to go?
Well, go away. We are on to my mansion. Welcome to my crib. And he leads you back to. Let me pull you guys over.
My crib was made of woven birch branches.
Oh,
Really
nice. Mine's made of wood and brick.
I
And
see
he.
poplar. Actually, I like tap on it. You can tell by the way it is.
Yeah, that's pretty neat, huh? I love that video so much. This here is an aspen. You can tell it's an aspen because of the way it is. Find the page I want to be on here. All right. A weary-looking quote-unquote mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn, wear and tear from the years. It's not stopping anybody. It's more for show. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left one swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. Well, this is it. Home sweet home. It's not much, but you know, it's we get by.
This seems awful.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not great. We're no Valakai, but you know, we get by.
What are these marks? And I
Oh.
gesture towards the wall.
You look and there's right. There's just like claw marks, right? Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
He says, here's the thing. Wolves and zombies and ghouls, all under Strahd's control, have been attacking us nightly for a few weeks now. And again, as I was telling you guys back at the tavern, it was a lot for my dad. He couldn't take the stress anymore, and I think that he finally just his heart couldn't take it anymore with all the attacks. And coincidentally, right when he died, it seems as if the nightly attacks have ceased for the moment. So again, um, I don't mean to be pushy. However, I would feel just awful if something bad were to happen to you guys on while I was hosting. So it might be best if we get inside just in case Strahd sends his minions.
Your sister's inside?
She is, and I do believe that is the reason Strahd has been toying with us. Again, if Strahd wanted to come and kill my father, he could have done so within seconds. But again, I think we're just his playthings, and he's bored with the many centuries he's had control over Barovia, and so he just likes to see us suffer, you know? I well, I think we might be safe in here, though. I mean, a vampire can't really enter a residence without invitation. So that's
Good to
maybe
know.
another reason why he's been sending his wolves and his minions. Yeah, it is good to know. Yeah, if a vampire or one of his spawn is ever trying to come get you, just simply do not let them in, and they cannot come in. They must need an invitation to enter a home.
Who would invite a vampire?
Right? That's well. Um, Vampires do tend to have a certain charm about them. They are very convincing creatures and might take you, for example, Dunkel. Let's say Strahd has you in his sights. He looks you in the eyes and you become entranced with him. He can simply force you to allow him in. And I do believe that is what happens sometimes.
Against
Wow.
your will.
An invitation is an invitation.
I look at Sal and I'm like, write that down.
And nighttime does seem to be the most dangerous. A vampire must rest in its coffin during the day, as one knows, and at night is when it does its work. He summons his wolves and vermin to do his bidding. He can transform into a bat, a wolf, a cloud of mist, even. Um, Vampires are quite scary. Strahd is an exception. He can simply wander the land whenever he wishes. He is the land.
What if we decided to like change our sleep pattern so that we were awake when he was asleep?
Oh, so like during the day? I mean,
Yeah.
Strahd does not sleep. Strahd does as he wishes. He is more powerful than dreams and sleep.
Also, Strahd's active during the day.
Strahd is active whenever Strahd wishes to be active. There is
No,
no.
the other vampires and the other werewolves and things are at least asleep.
Well, traditionally, the vampires and wolves are out and about at night. More so, the vampires. The wolves do as they wish as well. And here's the thing. Again, I cannot stress enough. Strahd controls everything. If he wishes a vampire to come during the day, they will, under his will. The point I'm trying to make is there is no place, there is no time, there is nowhere that is safe from Strahd. He is
Can
everywhere.
Does he control you?
Right now, I sure hope not. I do believe I'm acting under my free will. The scary thing is, I feel like one wouldn't know. However, I do believe it is quite obvious if somebody is being under control from Strahd. They wouldn't be acting themselves. That is for sure.
Can I do an insight check?
Sure.
I cast guidance because I don't care if he knows.
Ooh.
$11.
Guidance on like his sincerity.
Yeah. Specifically on the I don't believe so.
That he's being under control. Yeah, he doesn't think he's under control of Strahd. I mean, you get the sense he's definitely just trying to be as honest as possible. He doesn't want to speak in absolutes, right? So, because if he said no, I'm not, he would, and he would feel awful.
Yeah, that's why I just want to know if he believed it.
Definitely. Yeah, he genuinely believes he's not under the control of Strahd right now. Yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see the sister of yours then.
Oh, well, that's very forward. All right, yeah, come on in.
Isn't that
And
why you was here?
Yeah. How did you know about my sister?
You told us about it.
I told everyone else about it.
Yeah, but then we were on the walk here, and then you told Dunkel that you were on this trip for your sister.
Oh, whew, I thought I scared myself for a second. I thought Strahd had me. Oh, Well, here we go. He looks at you, Walren, and he says, I hope, again, no pressure, but maybe you can help. I don't know. We'll see.
Let's take a look.
It's in a book.
Yeah, as you guys make your way in the mansion, the interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. It looks very heavily lived in. Noticeable oddities are the boarded up windows, and you get an overwhelming presence of holy symbols in every room. Specifically, the symbol of the Morning Star. Which I was going to find a picture of it to show you, but pull it up in a second. Here's the other really jarring thing that you notice. Oh, sorry, not Morning Star, Morning Light. I apologize. Or sorry, Morning Lord. I'm the fucking worst. I apologize.
I keep crossing it out.
Morning.
Morning something.
Yeah, morning something.
Morning thing.
Morning thing.
Morning wood.
Morning. Yeah, Morning Wood. Write that down. No, it's the Morning Lord. Morning Lord. Morning Star is a weapon. That's why I was thinking of it.
Can we go with Kevin's suggestion?
I think it should just be the morning wood.
I think it's the Morning
Wood.
Yeah. The Church of the. No, it's the Morning Lord. I was gonna find a symbol of it to show you.
I don't know if I want to see the symbol of the Church of the Morning Wood.
Yeah, you ever see that picture? Yeah, never mind.
It's large.
Almost
Are you
what they
sure?
were worshipping in Vicky's video.
Oh God!
It's kind of like that.
I had a player token a long time ago that you might like. You remember what that was, Taylor?
What's up?
Do you remember the campaign where my player token was? What do you call it?
Well, that looks like a Pokeball.
No, I don't remember what that would be.
Okay.
Obviously, I can't even remember the word Morning Lord, so.
Let me know if I need to send the stream into BRB, Randy.
It was my. I want to say it was my character in the Pokemon game, right?
I would love to play a Pokemon campaign.
Do you have the picture?
No, because I don't know where to find it. Remember, it was the shadow person.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
Oh yeah, it was like a silhouette of just a big old dick.
Oh no.
That was Mark.
No, but you were basically like, I live in the darkness.
Oh.
Was that you? Was that your Pokemon character?
I forget.
It was Mark.
Wasn't there one of you guys in that campaign that was like Batman?
That was a different campaign.
That was me.
Yeah. Me and Riolu were gonna crush it.
You guys had actual Pokemon in there?
So there's holy symbols of the Morning Lord in every room. Here's the other really jarring thing that you see. The Burgomaster himself, well, the late Burgomaster, is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay.
What the fuck? When did he die?
A few days ago.
Why
haven't you buried him?
I need to get him to the church, and I can't do it by myself. And Irina's in no state, and I don't want to upset her. I just haven't gotten around to it.
Can we get him there now? Like, I feel like it smells in here.
Oh, I mean, we could go now, if you want, or we could do it in the morning. It's up to you.
Well,
I'm about to go right now, but I mean, anyone else can weigh in.
What do you need to happen at the church?
I don't.
Oh, well, I just need to get him there to get buried. Again, it's been just me, and Irina's been in no state. She's been twice bitten by Strahd now, and I don't want to upset her.
I don't want to risk a night attack, so let's do this in the morning. But my caveat is, can we put the lid on to try to contain the smell?
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry. And he runs over and grabs the lid and puts it on top. He goes, sorry, it's just, I don't really want to let go yet. I like to look at him every now and then, trying to remember him as best as I can.
I draw a picture of a generic man, and I rip the page out, and I give it to him.
Oh, this is a stick figure.
Do you disrespect my art?
Is this supposed to be my father?
It was. I take it back.
Oh, well, I was gonna put it on the fridge. Okay, yeah, you can. You take it back from him.
Well, if it's going on the fridge, and I hand it back.
You guys hear a voice from the staircase, and it's a soft, just a soft, sweet voice, and it's just, "Oh, Ismark, you brought friends." And you look up and you see a young woman, very striking, with auburn hair, and she's looking a little more pale than usual, and she's kind of wearing a scarf around her neck, despite it not being that cold. She goes, "Who are you?"
Uncle Havenstash for the 72nd. Who are you?
"Oh, well, that's quite a name. Hi, Dunkel. My name is Irina."
Do you have a nickname?
"Oh, I don't. It's just Irina." "Do you?" She's kind of like pauses as you don't say anything.
Yes. But I'm here to get out of this town so I can find my bride.
Oh, wouldn't we all like to get out of
I
this
turn to
town?
Donko and I say, "You have a nickname?"
Well, yes. In the Great Dale, whenever I would show up, people would shout it, "Go away!"
Oh, we knew about that one.
She says, "Well, we'd all like to get out of Barovia, wouldn't we?" She kind of chuckles and kind of winces in a little bit of pain. She's not looking like she's feeling the best. She says, "I apologize for not coming down sooner. I've been feeling a bit under the weather."
Hmm.
What's wrong?
My name's Walren.
Oh, well, hi, Walren. I'm Irina. And what's wrong? I just don't feel well. And she kind of locks eyes over with, you notice her lock eyes with Ismark, and he kind of like nods a little bit with like a "it's okay" kind of look. She says, "Well, if I'm being honest, Strahd von Zarevich has me in his sights. He's bitten me twice now, and ever since then I feel this. I just feel funny. That's all. All my memories are starting to get fuzzy and hazy, and I don't quite know where I am half the time. I don't know who I am sometimes, and I just feel this pull to him."
Maybe this will help. And I put my hand on her and I cast Lesser Restoration.
Lesser Restoration just heals like poison and stuff, right? Are you able to read it to me? Sorry, I can pull it up too.
Yep, I got it. You touch a creature and can either end one disease or one condition afflicting it.
The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned. Gotcha. Okay, yeah, she says, "Well, that's very kind of you. But I, unfortunately, don't feel any better." She says,
So now what?
what'd you say?
So
Sorry.
now what?
Oh, well, I did overhear you that you were gonna maybe help my brother take my father to the cemetery at the church. Is that right? That would be so wonderful if you were. I can't quite muster the strength to help right now.
That
Yeah,
is correct.
Oh, well, surely you must have a good night's rest in order to make that journey. Will you be staying the night? She
Yeah, I
says,
think so.
Yes.
"Oh,
I'm
wonderful.
tired.
If you are, I can let me get some fresh linens." And she starts to like do a little like that mom like hustle and bustle when like they got to try to like get something ready real quick, and she kind of like gets a little faint and almost like topples over a little bit. You see Ismark run over and kind of catch her and says, There, Irina. I told you, stop working so hard. I've got it." He says, "Please go rest. It'll be fine." And he kind of like walks her back up the stairs, giving you a brief moment of um, time without anyone around.
What do you guys think about this place?
I mean, they seem pretty legit, but like this whole situation is fucked.
Yeah, why are we doing it?
I mean, we have to help. We're here. What are we gonna do? There's nowhere else to go. He knows where we are.
Why don't we just leave?
We
And
could
go
just,
where?
but where would we go?
Not Barovia.
We're stuck here.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but having lived in Barovia my whole life, this is the rest of it.
I like plop down, defeated. Right on my little gnome bum.
Your little chestnuts, huh?
Those poor cranberries.
With that, Ismark comes back down the stairs and he says, "Okay, think she's all set. She's just had a long few days. Again, when Strahd comes to feed, um, it is not the best of times for all of us."
Why are you letting him do that?
Why do I let him do that? I'm sorry, I don't want to be rude, but I would dare you to be in my position to stand up to Strahd.
At least then they wouldn't call me Dunkle Heaven Stasher the 72nd the Lesser.
Looks like that one stung a little bit as he's kind of like lowers his head. He says, "You're right. I should stand up to Strahd. However, the way I see it, I could stand up to Strahd, be struck down immediately, then Irina would have no one, or I stand by, let this happen, and at least Irina still has me in her life to help take care of her."
What if we try to catch him when he comes back?
Strahd? Catch Strahd?
Yeah.
He chuckles. He says, "Boy, would that be a sight to see.
And like a bed sheet.
Strahd is the land. Strahd is the ancient. He probably knows what we're saying right now, so honestly, we might want to be a little careful with what we're saying."
All right, guys, we're not going to do the bed sheet.
You like wink heavily. He says, "Dunkel, I like you. You've got the spirit of a spring walnut." Sorry, a spring rabbit.
Speaking of Dunkel, I do have a question. Not for Dunkel, but for Ismark. Would there be any ladies in Barovia that prefer gnomes?
Huh. Come to think of it, there aren't too many gnomes that I see wandering around every now and then when Strahd brings some adventurers into the mists, but gnomes? Probably not. But, I mean, who's to say one is bound by their own race?
Awfully close-minded of you, Walren.
How's it close-minded of me?
This is pink. It's red.
I was just simply inquiring for my friend, looking for a bride.
I appreciate it. We do need to find her. I'm starting to lose hope that she's in Barovia.
She's not here. We need to get somewhere else.
How do you know she's not here, Hattie?
Why would she be here? Nothing's here.
I don't know.
You don't want a soulless bride.
Oh,
We have souls. We're here.
He says, that you are. He says, "Well, listen, I don't want to keep you guys up too late tonight, but, I just wanted to extend my gratitude and appreciation for you guys helping us out. You absolutely do not need to be doing this, and I just wanted to let you know it does go a long way in my eyes, and if there's anything you need, please, I just say the word, and if I'm able to help, I will."
What are we doing with the corpse? Is that tomorrow?
Well, I was under
It
the
might be
impression we
tomorrow.
were doing it tomorrow, but I mean, we could certainly go
Yeah.
now. It is getting late. It's probably getting to be about 8:30 now in the evening. For context of the in-game time, but you could certainly maybe persuade him to do it tonight. It's up to you. Okay. He says, "Listen, I do want to warn you. I mean, the church is, let's just say, Father Donovich is not a simple man. He is taken over, consumed, if you will, with madness of grief for his family. He's a bit mad, if you will, a bit strange. If he acts funny and he seems a bit off, then that's just him. I just didn't want to have you guys walk into chaos, I guess, if he's in one of his moods."
Noted.
He looks at you, Walren.
Indeed.
He says, "You're a man of faith, a clerical member. Is that correct?"
I am.
think it may be best for all of us when talking with Father Donovich if you maybe take point in the the conversations, maybe one holy man to another.
Absolutely. And if she
Appreciate
gets
that.
mad, we can just send Hattie at him.
He says, he chuckles. He says, "She's a tough one, isn't she? I can tell."
How excited I am.
He looks a little serious at you, Walren, and he says, "Listen,
Okay.
oh, okay.
No, you can go.
Oh, he says, I hate to, I don't want to ask you of this, but I just want to throw it out there. You've already done so much, and you're continuing to do so much for me, but Irina, I fear for her safety here in the village of Barovia. Strahd knows where she is. He can do whatever he wants here. After tomorrow, and I don't want her to know this now because she will surely say no, that she needs to be here with me, but can you take her with you? I know that the village of Valak, or the town of Valakai, might be a little better for her. There might be more resources for her safety. This is just an outskirt village in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing here to stop Strahd from coming. But if she were somehow in the village of, or the town of Valakai, then maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that Strahd would lose sights on her and leave her alone. I can't keep her safe. I can't do that here, and I now have a responsibility to these people in Barovia, and I also feel a strong responsibility for my sister, and I fear I cannot do both. So think about it. You don't have to, but I just, again, I appreciate everything, but maybe if after tomorrow you could take her on your way. And hey, if you guys were going to go investigate the old mill, it's on the way. So,
I
but again,
appreciate you bringing that to us. Um, I would not have a problem doing that for her and for you, but that would definitely be more of a group decision that I can bring to everybody else and we can discuss. Um, it would be my honor for her to come with us, and it would also be my honor if we can help her in any way.
that would be just wonderful if that were able to happen. But again, I completely understand. You are a group of adventurers, not just one sole adventurer. So talk it over with
Are
the.
we like over like talking to the side, or are we like is everybody else still here?
He's talking to, like, you guys are all around. He just specifically was addressing you because he was already
Oh,
talking
okay.
to you about maybe taking point with talking with the holy member tomorrow at the church.
Well, then I'm just gonna look at the party and just be like, what do you guys think? Like, could we take her with us?
I mean, I don't see why not at this point. Everyone else
I'm
is
in
going
agreement.
for the ride.
I guess.
Sal?
I mean, if it's gonna piss Strahd off too, like yeah, let's take her with us. Actually,
Let's bring her. Let's
do
bring
it.
her.
Strahd,
I think we're in agreement.
absolutely. Strahd has his eyes on Irina for whatever reason.
Yeah, if it's gonna piss
He
him off more that we have her, I'm ready to take her.
he believes that she is his. She is his property. She is his to feed on whenever he wants. His to to be near. It's when Strahd has his targets, his eyes on one person, he seems to obsess, and that is why I fear for her.
Does your sister have any talents or anything that she's particularly good at?
In what way? She's a kind soul. She tells some good stories. She
Does
Maybe
she
has
have
a
any
lovely
means?
singing voice.
any skills? Any?
What are you insinuating, sir?
Does she have any means to protect herself?
I kind of thought you two were a thing, no?
My sister?
Walren and Valerian.
No. We just met.
Oh, I thought you guys have known each other for forever. I know we just met.
I thought you and Hattie were a thing. I thought she was going to be your bride.
She hates me.
I think she hates you.
No, she's been. You would think that we'd be alright, because she's been calling me by my nickname since we first met, but no, she's pretty angry.
It's tough.
If you're asking me if Irina is any good with a sword, I'm afraid she is not. We've lived the life of the Burgomaster's children. There's not really sword play involved.
Sure.
Hindsight, though, maybe we should have taken up some lessons as kids. Am I right?
The Burgomaster the Greater, right? Your dad?
Yes. Burgomaster the Greater.
No.
Anyways,
Does Hattie hate Dunkel?
Does Hattie hate Dunkel?
Mm-hmm.
No, Hattie's just like constantly annoyed.
Oh, you're in, dude.
he says, well, he kind of like slaps his knees, does the old Midwestern goodbye, right? And says, well, with that, I will leave you. Let me grab you some sheets, and he kind of like he grabs like some blankets and some pillows, and he kind of takes you over. There's like probably like 3 guest rooms that you guys are able to kind of all divvy up and stay in. Some might be able to be on the floor, but says, well, I have a great night. If you hear any scratching on the walls, it's probably wolves. And he kind of looks away and wanders upstairs.
Sal, there's 4 of us, but only 3 rooms.
Is there like a?
Do you mind if I share a room with you?
Sure, Dunkel. That's fine with me.
Thanks.
Which room would you like? As a gesture to the 3 doors.
Probably the second one.
Safest to be in the middle, indeed.
Like my parents always said, the first is the worst.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes. And
I don't know
second
why.
is the best. Good thinking, Dunkel. Good thinking.
Thanks.
And I open the door.
Alright, I'll close my eyes. What do I see?
I think it's just a small little guest room.
Is there like a back door?
A
Like
back
Hattie's
door?
trying to stay in the house.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
Is like Hattie's not trying to go to bed in the house after last time she went to bed.
Yeah, there's a back door.
I'm just gonna try and like sneak out of there and like at least sleep on the lawn.
Sure. Are you trying to be trying to
Chill
hide
with
that from
Ollie.
Are you trying to hide that from your party members?
I'll wait till everyone goes to bed.
Sure. Make a stealth check with advantage.
18.
18. Yeah, you're able to slip out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna like find a soft patch of grass and like try and go to bed there so that I'm
Outside?
not like. Yeah, I just don't want to like wake up in the middle of the night and destroy this home.
Where's your bear?
All right. I hope the wolves
Ellie's
don't
in
come.
the house. They said that they made room for him, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I left him, and I said like, all right, man, like I'll be back.
Yeah, in the room that was yours, Ollie is now like in the bed with a nightcap on, just like under the covers, just snoring away. Everybody apply long rests, except Hattie. Make a roll.
What am I rolling?
What were we rolling again? Let's see.
Oh no, you rolled it for me last time.
I did roll it for you last time. I'll roll it again. You're good. You don't turn.
Thank God. All right. Do I get a long rest?
You get the long rest. Let's see here. Everyone else apply long rest. One other thing really quick while you guys apply those. And then whoever's a spellcaster and is able to switch their spells out, feel free to adjust if you want to. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Where's the thing? Sorry, I'm the worst. I had something bookmarked to say and I just can't find it. Here it is. All right. Who all? Let's see. So,
I'll eat the pie.
Valerian, Sal, and Walren. As you guys are sleeping this evening, you guys have the best, happiest dreams you've ever had in your life.
Go.
And you feel well rested, like you had the best sleep ever.
What about Dunkel?
Dunkel, you have a pretty typical normal sleep like you usually do. Nothing out of the ordinary. But the other, like Sal, Valerian, Walren, you have like noticeably happier, exciting, like fun dreams. All right. Let's see. Okay. Do you guys wanna? It's 10:50. You guys wanna call it here?
I would say if something's gonna happen, or we're gonna like go into.
Nothing is gonna stop the middle of the night. It is gonna go right through to morning, and then the morning we are going to
Walk the coffin to the cemetery.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good stopping point in my mind, unless you guys were wanting to play for like another 30 minutes, I guess is what I was getting at.
No.
Okay.
Gotta go to the shooting range in the morning, so I prefer.
Ooh,
Gotcha.
different kind of pop.
Yeah.
Different pop.
Yep.
You know who
Is that
else
like
could go to the
is that like
shooting
for
range?
fun or for your job?
No, for work.
Ah.
Yep.
Send Walren an invitation.
Yeah, I need to go to the range. I can't hit shit.
Not exactly an excellent shot either, but I've worked for it for like a really long time.
Really?
Pretty excellent shot.
Yeah, for some reason Alex is like a really good shot.
My dad, when I was younger, told me that he wanted me to get into competitive, like, shooting.
Interesting.
Like the ones where they ski, and then when they stop skiing, they pull out a crossbow and shoot the target.
I don't think that.
Oh,
Did you just describe Sal?
oh, I think I might have. Sorry.
Is Sal a ski shooter?
What?
What a thing.
Does Sal ski shoot? That's a
Every other weekend, yeah.
all right.
Every other weekend. End the stream.
Kevin, were you kind of